It's cost me, remember this, it's cost me 337,000, right? 337,000 it's cost me. And I haven't really got any major bargains while I've been recording this. What I might start doing is just leaving fraps on, and if I do get a really good buy, just keep updating it, and I'll make some videos about how I made such big chunks. Because I mean, these are your little weapons, if you like. For example, right, 41,000 for. See, I've got weapons coming out of my blue. I didn't realise I even had that. That's more profit. Let's have a quick look. Get this up. 553. Can I get it? Can I get it? Yes! Now that is a very good weapon. And I've even got another cheap one. Let me just go over this one quickly. Okay, I've got a rare with over 600 damage, right? For 90,000. I'm going to make at least 300k off this item. This thing here, I don't even need to look at the stats. 25,000. It's a 553. For example, the 25k, I have to go down a lot of pages. I mean, you can just see how ridiculous some people sell their items for. I'm still having to go. I mean, this is 100 damage left, and they're still going for like 70k. There's a 10k one there. I'd make money on that, but it's too small. Unless you see massive bargains, there isn't any point. I just want to quickly show you this weapon here. 90,600 damage weapon. Now let's see how much. Right, this is a 250,000 buyout, and there isn't a 600 DPS weapon. Let's go for a 350k. Still nothing. 450k. Okay, here we go. Same sort of stats, and it's going for 450k. So do you know what I do? Simple. Get the weapon. Stick it up for 245,000. Now that'll sell very, very fast. It cost me 90,000, so take that off 245. You're left with, again maths, 155,000. Take 15% off that. About 140k profit. It's not the best thing I've ever bought. It's not the most profit I've ever made, but 140,000. And how many clicks did I make? 4 clicks. Can you go into any act and any boss and do 4 clicks and make 140k? No. This was my method. This is why I didn't give it up. As your gold starts building, you can just really start making some massive buys and massive profits. It just gets really silly. I mean, the best I've done, I bought I would have hoped it showed here, but it doesn't. It seems to get rid of some. I'll show more items. There we go. Okay, this was a really good one. Just for a spear, socketed Galaraki of Saws, give me nearly 400k. If I can find out what I bought it for. Socketed. Oh, 2 seconds. There we go. Bought it for 100,000. Sold it for 382,000. That's over a 250,000 profit in one item. One of my earliest ones gave me a massive chunk. I'm trying to find it. I won't be able to find it now. You watch. I mean, these are all the items I've done in the last couple of days. It's pretty silly. When I first started the auction house, I just put on some crappy items that I wanted to sell. I learnt this, and since I have just skyrocketed. I'm sure my biggest purchase was over 400. My biggest profit was, there we go. No, that's Goring Weapon. I had another one similar to that, although I can't seem to bloody find it. Typical. No, I'm sure I did. I'll probably scrolled past it or something, but that's another item sold. Check which one that was. 123k. We'll just quickly check what it was. Vaulted. That was a mace. I can tell the Gorgodon, whatever that means, is a mace. Something of the void. Vaunted Gorgeous of the void. Go to purchase buyout. Purchase. This can be very frustrating, actually, trying to find what you bought things for. There we go. Bought it for 41,000. I've made 123,000 which is 82,000 profit. Nearly enough for 100k for the sake of a couple of quicks. Just absolute ridiculous. I mean, how many items have I got up? 6 at the moment. I'm waiting for this to come up because this is going to be the big spender. 90,000. It's going to net me about 150k profit for nothing. Got 2 more items in here. Your gold, don't worry about it, because if you invest in items, they'll always give you the money back at least. If you don't go silly, if you don't start spending money like it's going out of fashion, then you know you have to be a bit careful with this method, but you can be pretty reckless as well. Go down to 40k again. You can pick up some absolute steals at this sort of level. People just list their items thinking, oh, I'll get 50k, 60k for this when it's worth 600k, and that is an exaggeration either. Right, can't really see any bargains at the minute. You just got to keep looking. Sometimes you can go 10 minutes without seeing one, then all of a sudden you get 2 in a row. The worst feeling is when you miss an item. If you do this method, you'll know that. Like if you click onto an item, I mean that thing there, it's getting sort of habit now. I can spot the items that I'd make profit on. That one I would definitely make profit on, but not enough for me at the moment. I think Monday I'm going to really sit down at the start of the day and just do this for as long as I physically can until I drop, and see what sort of numbers I come up with at the end of the day. It'll all be posted on the forums, probably long after this, long before this video is posted. But another auction sold, so I'll check out that one. 114k. Socketed Retriever of Discord. Socketed Retriever of Discord. There we go. Purchased it for 45k. Made 60k on that. No, 70k on that. So another profit. Well, they're all profits to be honest, and they all sell as well, which is great. I've had this item on the auction house now for about a day, and no one seemed. I tried to get my friends to buy it. I offered anyone who could buy that item 50k because it's clogging up, and I like to know exactly what my items are. You know, the ones that are going to actually make me something. But yeah, I can live with it. I can really live with it. So. Quick shufty here. Drop one of the zeros. That's one of the fastest ways to do it. And then add, say, a 3 or a 2. Although that's 2 million. I'm getting tired now. I'm getting sloppy. 200k. Oh no, that is going to make me a fortune. That might seem expensive to pay that much, but that item is going to just make me probably at least 500,000. I can't believe I got that. That is really, really good. In fact, I don't have to carry the video on for that item. Seriously, it's that good. Did I get it? Yeah, okay. I've invested 200,000 gold. That sounds like a lot, right? It's got a socket, has it? Yeah. Okay. Again, go to Act 1. This is probably where I should be buying the best rubies, and I will do on Monday when I maximise profits, if you like. But for today I'm just sticking whatever I had when I was leveling up. This one does deserve the Radiant Ruby though, guaranteed. That makes that a 691 weapon, very close to 700. And I don't know if you can remember what the 700 ones were going for, but let's just recap. So, for example, we've got an item with 674. This is better than the item I'm using, by the way, and it only cost me 200k. I could easily use this. But we're sticking for profit for now. So we'll 678. Now you're gonna have to go big here to even get close to it. So I can't even get back to the auction page. There we go. So let's start with 500,000. There might be a couple under that. 614. No. So in other words, you know you're gonna make 500,000, which is 300,000 profit. Not counting the fees. Let's go to 700,000. Nope, still better. 900,000. Nope, still better. 1 million gold. Still better. 2 million gold. Okay, this is where you start meeting some items that are better than yours. What was mine again? 674. So my item, according to this, which obviously I said I underlist, so don't take this as gospel, but according to this, my item that I've just bought is probably worth about 1.5 million, and I bought it for 200k. Now that's a 1.3 million profit on an item. As I said, I don't list them that high. I'd be lying if I said if I did, and because I want to see sales. that doesn't mean you don't list them for a massive amount, because it is a solid weapon. It is a very, very good weapon. So 674.8. Now these are 660s, but they're going for 890. That's more around the ballpark I want to be at. See, millions, the next one's 640s. So I'm going to go a bit mad and see if we can't get